Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I am, well, that's a lie. I'm not 28 weeks pregnant today. I'm actually technically 29 weeks pregnant today. But in this video we're going to talk all about weeks 24 to 28. Now when I was supposed to film this video I was actually on vacation enjoying life with my family and being on the beach and just having a grand old time. But I figured I'd still want to make this video so that we can document those weeks, and I'm just not going to talk about anything that I experienced in this past week. We will talk all about that in the next video. 28 to 32 week pregnancy update. Oh my goodness, this pregnancy is going by way too quickly. But anyway, let's chat. So I actually didn't write things down per week because I pretty much experienced all of these symptoms throughout the 4 weeks that I'm about to talk about. So for starters, I'm still experiencing itchy skin, or at least I was up until vacation. I don't know what it was. I don't know what about leaving for vacation caused my skin to kind of have a break. Maybe my water is too harsh, but the PUPPS that I was diagnosed with just seemed to kind of disappear, along with the itchiness that I was experiencing, the severe itchiness. So I'm now able to go in and out of the shower and be perfectly fine. However, I did start doing two things. One, I started using the Nivea like in-shower lotion. Basically, you just use it in the shower. I'd put it on all the parts that would itch. I would turn my water as cold as I could handle, and then I would wash it off with cold water. That seemed to also cool down my skin, and when I get out of the shower I choose not to like towel off my arms. I don't want to irritate them. And then the second thing that I do is I went back to using the Hemp's Triple Moisture lotion, which I use completely through Willa's pregnancy, and I was never itchy, and I started using it again this pregnancy and now my itchiness is gone. So I don't know what it is about that lotion. Do I think it's like the most amazing lotion ever created? No. Do I think it has like the healthiest, most all-natural, incredible ingredients in it? No. For some reason, it moisturizes and hydrates my skin better than any other lotion that I've ever experienced. Yes. So I'm not gonna ask any more questions. I'm just gonna continue using it, and that's gonna be that. It smells really nice. It doesn't leave my skin feeling like super greasy, and I just love it. So there's that. I have been experiencing heartburn, although it hasn't been too bad. As I drink the water and lemonade that I've been drinking, it actually helps with my heartburn. I don't know if like I'm just changing the acidity in my stomach. The actual like real lemons are helping with my heartburn, but that has seemed to be helping, although I still am most definitely having heartburn. I have noticed that my hair has gotten a lot longer very recently. I don't know if it finally just like went past that point where it just went from being like shorter to longer, but my hair when I started this pregnancy was probably up to here. So I've had like all this growth in what, 6 months, 7 months? I'm 7 months pregnant. As far as fitness and how I've been feeling with my body image, I've been struggling a little bit. Honestly, being my third pregnancy, it's kind of just one of those things, like I've been through this before. I personally know that it's temporary. I'm not always gonna feel this way. I'm not always gonna be this size. And you know what? 3 pregnancies, 3 times this has happened. My body gains weight. I put weight on where I need weight to be, and then it sheds it all off after the pregnancy. So apparently my body needs me to gain weight when I'm pregnant because I've eaten all types of ways. I've eaten poorly, I've eaten super strict and healthy, I've eaten varying degrees in between, and I always just consistently gain the same weight. And that's, you know, you kind of are just at the point where it's like you make so many sacrifices and you do so many different things for your babies. You kind of just after a while see this weight gain and this body transformation as another thing you just are willing to do for your child. I do have days where I just look at myself and I feel so uncomfortable. I have days where I see myself on camera and it's just like almost heartbreaking in a little way because you just don't look like yourself. And then I also have times where I'll like catch myself in the mirror and I'm like, oh, I just don't feel good. Like I don't feel pretty. I don't feel healthy, but I'm growing a healthy baby, and honestly, I will take feeling this way so that my baby can be healthy, and it's just It's just what it is. One symptom that is back is a stuffy nose. Not even stuffy, it's just like sniffly. It's like I'm always sniffling. It's so annoying. It's like I have allergies, but I don't actually have allergies. And I know that's like a common symptom for people, but yeah, so there's that. I have a sniffly nose. Another symptom that I've been experiencing is my hip. So my left hip has been giving me some trouble. I am going to CrossFit 2 to 3 times a week still. I feel fabulous. It is like so good for my body and for my mind and my spirit to just exert energy and get my heart rate pumping and get blood flowing through my body. So I've been really loving doing that, but I have been having some like hip issues. I think that I need to get adjusted postpartum, and just like after having 3 babies back to back, I think that my hips are just kind of like wonky and a little out of line. It hasn't been anything like too bad, but it has been something that's kind of been like throwing me off a little bit. And on top of that, also another thing that's been kind of hurting me is the heels on my feet. My heels always, whenever I gain weight, like too much weight for my body, which is pretty much like where I'm at now. I think I'm at like a 20-something pound weight gain. It's like too much for my little feet. And my heels start to get dry and cracked. And it hurts so bad. If any of you have had like really cracked like heels, oh my goodness, it's painful. So like when I'm walking at nighttime, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to start like soaking my feet or getting socks and like lathering lotion on my feet and just kind of like using a pumice stone and whatnot and try to take care of them a little bit better. But yeah, my feet have been, they've been hurting. As far as updates with like midwives, etc., everything has been great. I love my midwives. I love the birthing center. I love everything. I know in the beginning of this pregnancy I had some like issues, but it really was truly just because I had weird expectations that really weren't fair to this place, because I was coming from a place where I had literally given birth in the same room with both my kids. So I was holding this place to like a higher standard because they weren't really what I was used to. But then on top of that, we were also going through a pandemic, so things were weird. People were just trying to do the best they can. But now, as I've gotten to establish a relationship with all these people and everything, I'm just so excited to be there. I can't wait to give birth in the birthing center. I've had labor and delivery on my mind a lot of decisions I have to make, whereas for example, if I want to be able to have like the nitrous oxide while I'm there, there's no epidural, so regardless of how long my labor is, I will be doing it all medicated. I will be doing an unmedicated labor. Willa's was an unmedicated labor and delivery, so I would much prefer it to be, because I was able to push a lot faster and I was able to feel everything happening and I was able to work with my body. It was just a better overall experience than getting an epidural. So I'm going to just tough it out and do that. But as of today, I feel like I should talk about this in the next video, but I'm going to talk about it here because I'm probably going to forget to talk about it. Today, I scheduled an appointment with a perinatal therapist. So I officially have a therapist. I'm so excited because I had such bad postpartum anxiety with Willa. I cannot wait to be able to have tools in my toolbox that will help me prevent that. I want to have this be the best postpartum experience of my life. I want to be able to just like love on my babies and really take it all in and enjoy it and not feel weighed down by shifting hormones and just feeling unlike myself and whatnot. So very excited about that. Guys, do not be fearful or feel silly about getting therapy. And this is coming from someone who's never had therapy before. Just having tools in your toolbox is the most strong, just wonderful thing that you can do. Doesn't mean that you're broken or damaged. Even people who are the most successful and who are the happiest and have absolutely no issues still go to therapy. It's great. It's exercising your mind and it's health for your mind. So I'm really excited. I had the appointment for this Saturday, which is going to be like super cool. I also took my gestational diabetes test on Monday and I passed. So no gestational diabetes for this gal, even though that technically happened in my 29-week week. I'm going to talk about it here because I was supposed to do it while I was on vacation. So whoopsie, my battery died, and I actually don't think there's that much battery left on this one either, typical Lex move. But yeah, and then on top of that, when I went to that midwife appointment, the heart rate was like 134, and I went to a ultrasound the day after that. We did a 3D/4D ultrasound, and the heart rate was like 132 to 134, so that's cool. And then also the midwives checked me and said that the baby's head was down, which was great. All my kids tend to have their head down from like 20 weeks onward, but then when I was at my ultrasound, she said that the baby was a little bit transverse, which makes sense because this baby definitely feels a little different than Cooper and Willa's carrying like pregnancy. There's times where like I feel like my body's not wide enough for this baby, and it makes sense that this baby would be laying Chevy Traverse, that this baby would be laying transverse. But I think the baby's just kind of like a little too small right now still. I think baby's like 2.5 pounds ish, and about 16 inches they say. So yeah, but we are officially in the 3rd trimester, which is super exciting. A little nerve-wracking, but super exciting. I'm very happy to be here, very happy the baby's healthy so far and everything is going smoothly. But yeah, enough chatting from me. Let me show you my baby bump. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me show you this baby.
You could see yourself